Hi, welcome to another episode of Silver Fox Scotland. John Mason is a rather strange little man. He used to be an SNP MSP. He's now an independent after being thrown out of the party. Although I agree with him and when he said the things he did to get himself thrown out of the party. So perhaps not entirely awful little man, but fairly awful. And one of the things he's saying is that all the money earmarked, £3.5 billion earmarked to upgrade the A9, should be abandoned, the A9 dualling should be abandoned, and that this money should be spent elsewhere. Figures released earlier this week show that people who live on, near, or use often the A9 are 3 times as likely to die as people who don't. People in the Central Belt, for example. The A9 is notoriously a killer road. And so he's saying that human life is less important for people who live in the Highlands. Very nice position, isn't it? Very nice little man. Your life's not really particularly valuable because you don't live in the Central Belt. How odd can you be? But he says he wants it to be pumped into housing. Well, what's the point? Nobody is going to be buying any of these houses because they've all got heat pumps in them. And nobody wants a heat pump house. And particularly because the extra cost involved in putting them in is going to make those houses far more expensive than others. Not just in terms of running costs, but purchase cost. It's madness. And yes, there are housing problems in Scotland, and houses do need to be built. But 3.4 billion for a road increase that's taken away that would save lives, I think, is more important than being spent on the housing, particularly when you see how much money the SNP waste on independence costs. If he truly felt that housing was more important than anything else, that abandoned independence, especially as no one in Scotland really wants independence at all. Well, most people don't anyway. A vast majority, 58% at the last polling. So it's the choice, isn't it? Do you have independence, houses, or deaths on the road? Take one of them and abandon it. Which is it to be? You let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye.